Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, how's it going, Patricia? How you doing, girlfriend?
Good. How you doing tonight?
I am doing so good. Thank you very much, everybody that's joining us here today
Good.
on
Thank
the
you.
Talk to Me podcast here on Cuba Radio. I am Indio from Cuba Radio, and we have the lovely.
Miss Patricia Vargas, aka that Barbie chick with Show Off Promotions, baby.
Woo-hoo. Who do we have today, girlfriend?
We have Yeisi, and I met him in Vegas, and I'm so happy we get to talk to him today.
The handsome
Yes. He's
JC.
like
Oh
the
my goodness,
Mexican
man.
Brad Pitt to me. I swear to God, he's so cute.
I know he makes good looking, right?
That's right.
The handsome man himself. Let's go ahead and roll credit, and so that way we can bring him on the show. This
Absolutely.
is the credits. Wow, look who's here. JC, how
Hello.
are you doing, brother?
Hello, hello. How are you guys doing?
Good, doing good. Look, we already got people watching us, man. We had people swarming us with commentary. Squeeze Bot Promotions in the building.
Whoop
Yes,
whoop.
to Hector himself, Hector Ortiz, JC. Aquí
Salud.
Yeisi.
estamos, he says. Aquí estamos ya, right?
Hi, Hector.
Tejano RGV. Oh, the Rio
Rio
Grande
Grande
Valley.
Valley.
Cool,
Yes.
cool. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you, Hector. Thank you very much for joining us. How are you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, Mr. Lawrence, DJ Indio, and that Barbie chick, Miss Patricia. What a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me on your show and for sharing your space. You're very nice looking. I mean, I'm looking at you, and you look so nice there. Indio, you have like this very futuristic looking background there. Very cool.
Hey man, we aim to please. We want to look good. We want to level up our game here and at least put out a good product so that way people want to come back. Our goal is to give you such a good time that JC, you want to come back, bro. You want to say, hey Sasuke, I want to go back to that show because I had a good time. So that's what we want, and we want to share our audience with you, so that way people get to know you, get
Yes,
to
so
see,
people get
hear
to know
your
you.
music,
Mhm.
because you're an awesome singer, man, and I love
Yes.
your music. You know I do.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you.
hmm So Elizabeth Torres saying, "Hey Patricia, blessings to you." What is
Hi,
going?
Elizabeth.
You got some following here. Kim Olson
Hey,
says, "Hey Barbie chick."
Kim. Barbie chick.
Oh, did you invite all your girlfriends to come out because of JC? Is that it? I mean,
Hello. He's good eye candy. Hello.
We need to
that's
put
what
we,
it
we
was.
need to put a get together, but face to face,
Yeah.
and invite all your girlfriends. So
All
You got
right.
to sing, though. You got to sing.
of course,
Okay, right. And let's get some stuff out of the way real quick. First of all, JC, you're not new to singing. You are kind of relatively new to Tejano music, but actually you're not, because I think people, they don't realize who you are because of the fact that you actually, when you really started getting notoriety, is because you did a remake of a very popular song.
Mhm.
yes.
Becky Aguerro, she's a promoter. Okay, cool. And Ram Herrera. Okay. I don't know what you're saying, Hector, but thank you so very much for sharing. Uh, but you did a really a popular song. That's really kind of what got you really recognized in the Tejano music, Tejano industry. But you've been a singer for a long time, bro. I mean, you've been a vocalist for a long time.
Yes, the latest album that I just released in May is actually my sixth album,
hmm
and I started out as a songwriter because all the songs in my albums are written by me except for one that was from a good friend, Juan Trevino. another one from my friend Miguel, and the cover that you mentioned. And well, that cover came about because I was doing some shows, and people always come up and say, "Oh, you should sing this song," or "Can you do this song?" And even though I'm very careful with the cover stuff, because mostly because I write all my songs and I have a large repertoire of over 60, 70 songs, that whenever I put in a cover, it takes away from one that I wrote, and there's only so much space. But because people kept asking me, well, can you do this cover song? You should sing this song from this artist, or we want to hear you singing this song. I included one cover song in my second album, and the only rule or the only contingency was that it had to be a song that I really liked. So I chose one of my favorite Tejano hits, and had it produced by El Plan, which is an amazing production people and arrangers, and people liked it. So I was very happy because it's a song that I love to sing anyway. So to be able to include it in an album was a treat for me.
And the song name is
Es Vuelvo.
Vuelvo.
Mm.
Vuelvo, the
Uh,
famous "Sabes que quiero que me quieras como nunca me has querido y que
and
te olvides."
it's and for those people that aren't familiar with El Plan, they did a cover song as well of Jay Pettis' song.
Yes,
And so they really did it. So I mean, you walk in great circles of great
Yeah.
musicians and great people, and that's really one of the cool things about you. We've talked for a long time. I've known you for a while, and that's one of the beautiful things is that I've really enjoyed your music. I have like three of your albums, which is really awesome.
thank
Paid for three of your albums. Let's get that straight. I've paid for three of them. The reason I say that is because, like I tell you all the time, guys in the audience, I say, look, if you're going to support your artist, the best thing to do is go out there, buy their merch, and go to their shows. That's how
Yeah.
you keep the music going. That's how you keep supporting your favorite musicians. And I'm going to tell
Yeah.
you, once you hear JC singing, you're going to fall in love with him. If you
Oh
haven't,
yes.
if you haven't already seen him. He puts on a great show. He's got, obviously he's a handsome man to look at, but
thank
he's also got a great voice. Don't get hung up on the great looks. He's got a voice too.
He
So
does.
yeah, and you know what? For you guys that are out there, I've already tried. It doesn't work. I put my arm around him. I rub shoulders with him. It doesn't come off. It didn't help me at all. So it's just one of those things. But it's been really awesome. Your story, and your name. How did your name come about? Because it's
Yeah.
a very interesting story,
It's
and I wanted to
unique.
share it because some
Yeah.
people they have the question because I had that question. Say,
you.
it's an interesting name, JC. By the
Mhm.
way, real quick, shout out from it's Tejano time there. For shout out from DFW, liking the new show on Thursday. Thank you so very
Yay,
much.
thank you.
So the story about my name actually was actually several years ago. Well, many years ago, I was doing a show in Mexico, and my name is Juan Carlos. So a lot of people call you JC, which is the initials for Juan Carlos. And at this particular show, the promoter didn't speak any English, and it was kind of like a last minute gig. They just kind of invited me over, and we put it together very fast. I got to the venue, we did the sound check, and then at the performance that night there was a huge like banner at the very very back. It was like on the second story of this particular venue, and it said Yeisi, Yeisi. And when you're performing, sometimes the lights, you can't really see too much of the audience, and I was trying to figure out, well, why was that there, or was I misreading it, or was it something else that was part of the club or that particular event? I don't know, until I kind of figured out, oh, the gentleman that was doing the promotion, if you don't speak any English, that's just the best that you can. That's as close as you can get to spelling JC, which is almost like Yeisi. That's really how you would actually say it in Spanish, Yeisi. That's how you say the Y, but it's really just my initial JC, and someone putting something together very quickly without having knowledge of the language, and I kept that. That was kind of unique, and it's
Mhm.
kind of helped me stand out just from I guess a more traditional name, and it's still part of my name. It's still what they call me, JC, because it's Juan
Yeah.
Carlos. So it's not like something completely way off that I just made up from with no relation to my name.
Well, I mean, everybody's got a nickname that they grow up with, and it's really awesome that you that's the name that you stay with. And
Yeah.
I think it's a cool name.
I do
When I heard the
too.
story, I was like, that was cool. I
Yeah,
own
that
it.
is cool.
You know, it's better than Hey You. I guarantee you that one. Yeah, I mean,
People like it. People like that story. And I didn't think about it until I started to share the story and I saw the reaction that
Mhm.
it's, I guess it's very interesting to me. It was just sort of like it happened without even me realizing it. But people
Yeah.
tend to like that story.
it is, and it's cool. You know, I like it. Hey, Yeisi, hello from Holland,
Holland,
Michigan, Mr.
Hello,
Michigan.
George.
George
Ah,
Salazar. Yeah, he's got a voice himself, George. Man, you know, I was
Great
I
guy.
was I
Yes.
was I was standing next to him when he was singing along with Mike Gonzalez, and man, he can really belt it out. And I've seen him live as well. Humberto Garcia, saludos
Saludos,
para
Beto.
ustedes. Hey, how's it going, brother? You know, and it's Tejano time says it's a cool story. You know what? Why don't we go ahead and take advantage of this time real quick, and let's go ahead and take a listen to Vuelvo so that people can get
yes.
acclimated to your voice, because I guarantee
Okay.
you they need to hear your voice, because
Mhm.
as soon as people hear your voice, they're going to fall in love. I guarantee you. You're not just a pretty face. You got a great voice. Not a good voice, a great voice as well.
Thank you.
This is JC with Vuelvo. You're gonna love it. It's El Plan that is backing him up here in this. And you guys just take a listen to it. I'll guarantee you're gonna love it. This is Indio. That's the Barbie Chicken. That's JC right here on Cubo Radio.
Hasta el fin, mi amor, vuelvo a estar contigo, porque solo tú es a quien yo quiero. Porque no he encontrado a nadie como tú, porque nadie más me supo acariciar de esa manera como lo hacías tú. Y hasta hoy no te he podido olvidar, no he dejado de pensar ni de soñar, y por eso es que he decidido volver. Es que quiero que me quieras como nunca me has querido, y que sientas tú conmigo lo que yo siento contigo. Dame un poquitito más, no te dejaré jamás, mi amor. Es que quiero que me quieras como nunca me has querido, y que sientas tú conmigo lo que yo siento contigo. Dame un poquitito más, no te dejaré jamás, mi amor. Vuelvo, porque no he encontrado a nadie como tú, porque nadie más me supo acariciar de esa manera como lo hacías tú. Y hasta hoy no te he podido olvidar, no he dejado de pensar ni de soñar, y por eso es que he decidido volver. Es que quiero que me quieras como nunca me has querido, y que sientas tú conmigo lo que yo siento contigo. Dame un poquitito más, no te dejaré jamás, mi amor. lo que yo siento contigo. Dame un poquitito más, no te dejaré jamás, mi amor. Dame un poquitito más, no te dejaré jamás, mi amor.
Yes.
So, what did I tell you? What did I
Yes.
say?
Oh
Hmm?
yes.
Yeah.
Great song by who was the gentleman that wrote the song?
Isn't it Beto Roman?
No, no,
No, no, Luis Silva.
no.
Oh,
Uh,
I cheat. Now I'm gonna have to go
his
look.
name.
I
I'll think of it.
yeah, that was great though. Saludos siempre humilde, el compa Yeisi.
Saludos, Jerry.
Jerry, Ana
Ana.
Castillo. Hello, JC Musica. Hey, guy, man, you got it. Elizabeth Torres. Yes, love the way he sings the song. Thank you so very
Yes.
much. Yes, he does. Yeah, Hector, the new one with Mr. Ram Herrera. We're gonna
Coming,
play
it's
it.
coming,
We're
it's
gonna
coming, it's
play it. I
coming.
guarantee you. There you
Mhm.
go. Hector, there you go. Thank you so very much. It's more than okay. Elizabeth Torres. Yeah, she's dancing. Yeah,
Ricky
yeah.
Vela.
Huh?
Ricky Vela.
Ricky Vela. There you go. There you go. Rick
Hi,
Valderrama.
Rick.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Rick.
Saludos. How are you doing? Yes, that's right. And George Salazar says, great job. Boy, you got some great reactions there. And I've told you, this guy can sing, man. He's got a great voice on him. And that's just the beginning. We haven't even started yet. We're just beginning to talking to this great vocalist, El Troubadour Tejano. Iris, Wolfie Ray, saludos de 956 McAllen. Are you from McAllen? Where are you from, brother?
I'm from McAllen, yes.
You're from McAllen. No
Oh.
wonder we're getting some of the Valle del Valle. Hector, Alma, lots of hearts. So that's good. Reppin' Cobras Bar and Grill in McAllen. I
Saludos
have
a
not
todos.
been there. I have
I've
not
been
been
I've
there.
been seeing them. I've been wanting to go there. I've been seeing it on Facebook. I want to check it out.
I want to go. I want to go.
Yeah.
I go there because I'm doing a documentary on a lot of the founders of Tejano music, and there's a lot of them that live down in 956, and that's where I go to do the documentary and stuff like that. Lots of hand claps at Edinburgh, dice George Salazar. Edinburgh. Um, Ludres Nunez, great song. Play the one from Ram. I will.
Everybody
We're,
wants
we're,
it.
we're talking. I'll play it. I guarantee you
We'll
I
get to
will.
it.
We
We're
just got
gonna
to
get to it.
Y'all stay
we'll get
tuned.
to
We're
it.
gonna play it.
Just give me a little bit. We're still talking to JC. He's going to give us some more information. Yes, yes, yes. Tejano place, really nice place in La Cobras. Okay, cool. Now we know where to go. If you're in the area, give us the information as far as where it's located, as far as the street, and then I can post it on there. I don't mind sharing that information. Give me, I'll give you some shout outs. Yep, yep. And Iris Wolfie, golly, y'all guys are just killing me with these comments. I can't even catch up. Yo no sé, y no se olviden los saludos para la güera.
There you go. You got some fans.
Yeah, I forgot la güera. There you go.
Hello, Iris.
We love Ram. Yes, yes. And actually, I've got an. If you go to my website, I have an interview with Ram as well. Uh, I have a documentary, a short documentary that I did with Ram. So it's a full in-depth view of his whole life. Yes, yeah, JC
Norma.
and Chulote.
Shout out to Norma Salazar also. And
Norma,
Thank you,
yes,
yeah.
Norma, how are you doing, sweetheart? Nice to see you. Thank you,
Norma.
Norma. Great, great. Yes,
Yes,
a great supporter. Thank you so very much, Norma. We really do appreciate you, sweetheart. Yeah, she's a beauty. Yes, she is. JC. So you did this, and since they brought it up, you did this this collaboration
Yes.
with Ram, and we were talking about it, you know, and it's a really awesome song. I've heard it. Tell us a little bit about that collaboration that you did, and how did it came about.
Yeah.
Well, I like to include collaborations, duets in my albums
Hmm.
because when I back in the day when I used to buy albums or when I used to download an album, that's the first thing that always caught my eye. If an artist that I liked had a duet with somebody, what did it sound like? What song, what did they do together? So I always like to include that. In my previous album, Reminiscencias, I had a duet with El Plan
Hmm.
and a duet with Las Fenix.
Mm.
So for this new album, I wanted to try to go one step above that. So instead of just two duets, include three duets. And of course, it's very challenging. It's a lot of logistics because
Hmm.
everybody lives in places and everybody's got a very busy schedule, and getting everybody's times to match up can be complicated.
Yes.
Um, but I had it in mind that I wanted to do three duets because I wanted it to surpass what I did in the previous album. And Ram was one of the people that I had almost, that I on my wish list to collaborate because I had already kind of worked with him indirectly. He was actually the first person to invite me on stage to sing on one of my very first shows in Victoria. And then later we were invited as guest artists for a Christian Tejano album
Hmm.
that we did during Freddie Records. It was produced by someone by Ramiro Serna, and they had 5 or 6 Christian Tejano songs, and they wanted to bring in some guest Tejano artists. And Ram and I were the two people that were invited. So we spent some time in the studio. We got to talking, and Ram. He's the
Hmm.
nicest guy,
Yeah.
easy to get along with. And ever since that time in the studio, I had it in mind that I would like to record with him first and foremost because I am a big fan of his songs. I love Ramirez songs. I sing them in my shows. I play them when I'm going out for a run or working out. I really enjoy his songs and his voice. And this song, the No Puedo Olvidarte, is the last song that I wrote. The album was almost already complete, and I had this new song, and I basically sent it to El Plan, to my friend Jair Alcalá in Monterrey, and I said, I want you to do this certain way. And I kind of, gave him a few notes on what I wanted to do, and he sent me back a pretty complete version of it. I did the vocals, and then I got in touch with Ram, and I said, Ram, I have this song, and I would really like for you to be in it. But I'm not gonna tell you anything else. I'm gonna send it to you. I want you to listen to it because you have to like it. You have to fall in love with it and see yourself being part of that project. And he said, sure. I sent it to him, and a few days later, he got back to me, said that he loved the song, that he loved to be part of it, to participate, and we made it happen. And I think he elevated the song to a whole
Mm.
different level. Because it's one thing to have a good song with just me, but to have a good song, uh, you know, me in it, but also include one of the Tejano legends, 40
Yes.
year plus career,
Yes.
and has gone through all the stages of Tejano, from the early to the middle to the incredible successful, and he's still hanging in there. So he just sold out. I saw him in Monterrey. I had a show in Monterrey, and he had a show the same day. So after my show, I drove over. It was only about a 10-minute drive to go see, and it was a sold out show. Him and Elida and somebody else was there, but you see that he's still active and people love him. So for me, it was a privilege. It was an honor, and just how easy it was to collaborate with him. We shot the video here in McAllen, and I mean, what can I say? It was a dream come true for me.
Yeah, he didn't use me as the videographer.
Next one.
No, it just but no, it's great, and the video hasn't come out yet for those of you that are wondering. It will come out soon, but videos take time, and that's the way it
Should be
is.
out. If not next week, the week after. So about a week and a half should be done.
Yeah. Iris went ahead and gave us the information. Thank you very much, Iris. It says Cobra's Bar and Grill in McAllen at 22005 West Nolana,
No,
Nolona,
Lana.
No, Lana.
Nolana Avenue, Suite A. For those of you that are listening on Cuba Radio on Twitch, Twitter, Mixcloud, and well, if you're on Facebook and YouTube, you can see it. But on all the other ones that we're multi-streaming too, that's where it is. So if you want to catch it, just watch the re-show. You can watch it on YouTube, and it'll also be on QVORadio.net for that. Thanks very much, Iris, for that. And she says, "Y'all very humble, glad to be here. Thank you very much to Hector Ortiz with Hector Ortiz Promotions. Thank you, Hector. If you got anything else you want to share with us, bro, hey, DM me, man, and I'm sure that it's glad to help out whatever way I can. That's what we're here for, to help each other out. Squeezebox Promotions has a question for you. He says, when are you going to perform live, and will you sing the song, or will only sing it when he's on stage with you?
I've actually sang that song several times. We did it. We had a show in Monterrey about 3-4 weeks ago. I did it here in McAllen about a month ago. We also did it in somewhere else. But I mean, usually I sing it by myself. But I would love if we can coordinate it. If Ram and I are in the same area, to do a live show and maybe even record it live for like a live version of
yes.
a video.
That would be great.
Amazing. I need to get in Ram with it. Let's get that together.
Hey, he's a promoter here in the Houston area, so he can definitely help out.
Yeah, Ram is a great guy, and I could make a call. Right? One of the best in the business, Roy Arriaga. He says, "Hey, how you doing, Lawrence Indio? And how are you doing?" Hi, Norman Salazar. Hey, Roy, how you doing, brother? Thank you for joining us tonight. Yes, it's awesome being here. Thank you, Iris. It's where Jalapenos was next to. Never been there. Sorry.
Me either.
Go. I've been to the like I said, I go for the documentary, and I think I went to Laredo to shoot a music video for Sonia de la Paz, and I've been to Brownsville to shoot a music video for Ruby Ann. But outside of that, I've only been I have not been like exploring. It's kind of weird for me because it's bad because I'm Native American. People already, they look at me and they're like, and they start speaking Spanish to me. But I can understand it. I can speak Spanish. Don't get me wrong. I have a Spanish degree, but it's so fast that I'm like, slow down.
We had a special offer from Squeezebox Promotions for sure.
Oh, really?
I'll take you up on that. Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
You let me know when and where. I'll get
special guest. There you go. Yeah, definitely. Saludos, Lawrence. Hey, Gabriel Teran. Hey, how's it going?
San Antonio.
Thank you so very much. Yes, and Gabriela Teran, she's got a new song out, new single. So be checking out that one. I'm going to be in Octubre at Cobra's Bar with Ram. Oh, it's going to be in October at Cobra's Bar and Grill. Ram and Yeisi. What did they tell you, bro? Let's do this. TDK, how you doing? Tejano Dance Kid. Hey, whatever, bro. Just go. Don't even just go. Let me find out.
Frank Casas. Let me find out.
There you go, Frank. You got it. Since everybody's talking about it, let's go ahead and listen to the song, man. This is JC and Ram Herrera. It's a great song. It's climbing up the charts. If you're listening to QVO Radio, this song is on our Hot Tejano list. And when this song plays, there will be an add to cart button. You can go ahead and click the add to cart. It'll take you to iTunes. You can purchase it even if you have an Android. It will take you, and you can purchase the song. I do not make any money from this transaction, but because I participate in the program, it does give me a discount on my licenses. I am fully accredited radio station with ASCAP, BMIC6, SOCOR, and Soundstripe. This, I am a legitimate radio station. This is JC and Ram Herrera with No Puedo Olvidarte. I am NDO. That is the Barbie Chick and JC here on QVO Radio. Let's take a listen.
Vengo a buscarte porque no te puedo olvidar. porque no te puedo olvidar.
Vengo a suplicarte que regreses una vez más.
Sabes que yo te quiero, que sin ti ya nada es igual. Aunque pasen los años, este amor me hace daño, porque no puedo olvidarte.
Necesito tus besos, tus caricias, tu cuerpo. No dejo de soñarte y no puedo olvidarte.
Y yo no puedo olvidarte.
Vengo a pedirte que regreses, mi amor,
Porque me haces falta, necesito tu calor.
aunque tú te fuiste, tu recuerdo se quedó.
Aunque pasen los años, este amor me hace daño, porque no puedo olvidarte.
Necesito tus besos, tus caricias, tu cuerpo. No dejo de soñarte.
Aunque pasen los años, este amor me hace daño, porque no puedo olvidarte.
Necesito tus besos, tus caricias, tu cuerpo. No dejo de soñarte y no puedo olvidarte.
Y yo no puedo olvidarte.
Yes.
Yeah. That's an awesome song. Awesome sauce, brother. That was a great song, man. You know, and it is what it is, brother. That's why people love the song. Great music is great
Yes.
music and it deserves to be heard.
And,
I
and
guarantee
a
you.
big shout out to Jair Alcala from Monterrey, from El Plan again, because he was in charge of the production. And although I did give him a few things that I wanted specifically, he knocked it out of the park. He delivered exactly what I was looking for with this, and part of the success and all the credit to the music production goes to his brilliant production skills.
Yeah, and like Norma says, it's an awesome. Squeezebox Promotions the same, very nice. Hector, of course, always giving the claps, man. Cynthia, she loves it. She says love it, and then Becky, she's jumping in there and love it as
Yes.
well.
Thank you.
Becky, I don't know how to say your last name, mija. Afshari
Agüero.
Aguero, but it says Afshari.
Well, that one, I guess.
Seems right. That's how I would say it. Ashari.
Okay, so don't get mad at me, Becky. I'm sorry. That's the best I can do, mija. I
Is
mean,
she Becky
it's
with the good hair? Becky
yes,
with the good
Becky.
hair.
Hey, you look. My name is messed up too, man. Michuampi Achelo. So try that one on. Okay.
Yeah, no.
I took a picture with JC outside of Far West in San Antonio.
Tony.
Says TDK. Well, there you
Yeah.
go. We took a picture, but my face came out like this.
Ah,
And he's all handsome all the time. I said it right. Yes, look at that. I get a star.
oh.
Thank you. So I'm happy about that.
I actually did an interview with Yeisi over there in Vegas for the Vegas Tejano Takeover. Man, that was awesome, and he was looking fly like always as
I
well.
know.
Thank
Always
you. It was a
handsome.
pleasure meeting you there, and of course,
Yes.
Nanda, we've done several interviews, and you've been very kind to be at various places that I've been at. So I appreciate that, and your
Yes.
support, not just to me but to all Tejano events, is very valuable. So thank you.
Well,
Yes, thank you.
we try to support what we do. That's what we try to do. Try to support, man. That's what we do. TDK. I took a picture with NDO at Smokes. That's right, Big Daddy. Over, I think it was Michael Salgado was performing, right? So it was a great time. Anna
Beautiful
Castillo, or
song.
Anna Castillo. Beautiful song. Yeah, my
Yes.
daughter, she gets mad because her name is Anna. She's like, it's not Anna, Dad. It's Anna. Okay, we'll call you Anna. Hector Alma Rivera, estás ahí, aquí, ahí. Okay, cool. Well, so you worked with Ram. You've got 6 albums out. You're a songwriter, singer, songwriter. Let me ask you this, bro. And I want to ask you this because of the fact that I've got your albums. You know I do. I have several of them, and I love them all. And have you ever thought about, because you write a lot of love songs and they're beautiful, bro. They are so sultry, and I
I'm
mean,
a romantic.
yes, I mean, but
No,
I mean, they're right in the. I mean, bro, your music it sticks to the ribs, bro. I mean, it's like,
it hits
it's
a sweet spot.
yeah, it's like, my wife is like, "Are you crying?" And I'm like,
Aw.
"No, I don't even like that song." It's like, but it's they're really, really good songs. Have you ever thought that, does it ever cross your mind that people are gonna fall in love with your music, bro? They're gonna
Well, yeah,
they're gonna kiss for the first time to your music. They're gonna have their first dance to to your music. They're gonna fall in love to your
there's
music.
actually I have a story, and actually it happened with my very first album back in 2020 with Romance Tejano. There was a gentleman, I believe, I don't want to mess up, but I think it was San Luis Potosi, and he right away reached out to me, said he was a fan of my music, that liked the album, and then months later he said that he proposed to his girlfriend with that song,
Oh wow.
Oh,
one
wow.
of the songs on the album, and you don't expect things like that because you don't, that just doesn't really happen, or you don't think it's gonna happen. And he said, yes, I proposed to my wife, and
Aw.
he asked to his girlfriend, and he asked me if I could send him a little video congratulating them on
Aw.
their engagement.
Engagement. Yeah.
and
Wow.
and it was such a unexpected but beautiful thing, because when you write the
Yes.
songs, they kind of go through a process, right? You have to write them and then produce them and then record them, and then they get put on the album, and you sometimes forget a little bit of what the essence of it, because you sing it over and over, and then
Yeah.
you think that when someone else hears it for the first time, they kind of absorb the entire message of the song already completed, and that it could create that kind of reaction, or that be used in that purpose, which is an unforgettable moment for them, obviously. So
Says Cesar the Tex Mex Chorizo Cantu says you need to be heartbroken so you can write a breakup song.
No, no, no. I
You
like
really
all
want a
his
breakup
love
song,
songs.
bro? Come
No, no.
on,
We want the
man.
love songs.
Your
Hey,
love
I'm
I,
gonna
songs
I
are
start.
good.
have some breakup songs in my album. One is called
Oh no.
Olvidarla, which is a pretty heartbroken song. Olvidarla. Y en el disco nuevo, there's one called Mi error fue quererte demasiado, which is also a heartbreak one.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna, keep playing the love songs because I need that vibe. I need that energy to bring
Yeah.
love my way.
You,
I need a proposal. Hello.
you need somebody telling you, I,
Yes.
I want my girl. You gonna be my girl.
Yes.
No, I mean, there's nothing wrong with. You need a little heartbreak because then you know how good you have it. You see
I've
what I'm
been
saying?
there, done that. I'm ready for
Yeah.
love.
So that's it. That's the one. So, Soledad Shirley Marquez, uh,
Hello, hello.
Burgos. Hi, how you doing, Shirley? Thank you so very much for joining us. Becky says, oh, she says she's calling somebody out. Loretta. I'm already in love, pero no me
Oh,
la. I don't know what that means, girl. Say it out loud.
You need your heart broken so we can
I think he
dedicate
said
it.
it again. So we can dedicate it during the breakup. Oh, so he wants to dedicate it. So that way you can say, Mira, girl, this one's for you. You know?
I
Mm,
have several. I have several.
Dang, que gacho,
yeah,
man.
yeah. Pick it up, and write it down. Remember, Hector's laughing too. He's like, haha. So Iris says, "Hey, my birthday month, Yeisi. Can you serenade
Oh,
me? It's her birthday
Of
month
course,
already.
of course.
Hijo, of course.
Reach out to me on
wow.
my social media and we'll make it happen.
Yeah, do a little DM, girlfriend. I bet
Ah.
what he can do.
Be in my DMs.
Yeah, Art Conjunto Cats Campos. Hey, how you doing? The
Hi, Art.
Conjunto Cats in the house. He says, "Saludos, JC.
Saludos.
Tuned in
The
while
track
the
was
track was
jamming.
jamming. Felicidades, great song, man. That was a smooth,
Smooth,
progressive song.
progressive sound.
Yeah, y'all guys got some
Yes.
smooth sounds yourself, man, and that's a
They're
great
actually going
compliment.
to be performing in Houston tomorrow at Johnny B's in Houston. Man, I wish I could make it. I can't, but man, they are awesome. Good family band too.
Thank you, Art.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you very much, Art, for joining us, man. And send us a DM so that way you can be on the show, bro. You know,
Yes.
we'd be glad to have you on here. No, no, no. Keep it
Keep it
positive.
positive. That's what I say. Spread
Some
the
people,
love.
some
Spread the
people like
love.
the breakup songs, the heartbroken songs, and some people like the love songs.
Mhm.
You could do both. You could do both.
This is a party thing, you know. I want to be drunk singing your song and screaming, "You big holo." You know, he's singing your baby. No, no.
Somebody hurt that man
I
right
know somebody's
there.
upset, man. Holy way. He don't love back.
I have nothing but love to give. So
Nothing but
There
same
you go.
here. We're
It's
in the
how
same
he's
boat.
a lover, not a fighter.
I'm
That's
a
the
lover,
thing.
not a fighter.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one. No, I don't even want to say that, girl. Why you keep throwing that down? You keep getting me.
Yes,
Gracias, my
Art.
brothers, indefinitely, of course.
Yes,
Yes, of
yes.
course. So, no, I mean, we're getting inundated here. No means I don't. Uh, it means Iris Trey say,
He
or
doesn't
she's
pay
trying to
attention
say
to her.
that she's already in love, but JC he doesn't pay attention to her. Oh,
I didn't know. I'm finding out
ah.
right now. I'm
Hey, you
finding
gotta
out
stand up.
right now.
Uh-oh.
Hi, Arturo.
Gracias, Patricia. Appreciate you and for the shout out. Yes, of course, Art. You know, you can always send us information. We'll be happy to share it with you whenever you. By the way, that goes for every artist. If you have a show or anything else and you want to go ahead and give
Yes.
us your information, send it to us, man. It's at Cuvo. You can go ahead and do it at admin@cuvoradio.net. And by the way, for that as well, if you are looking for some more information for JC, if you want his Facebook page, bam, there it is. Mira.
Bam.
There it
Mira.
is. Wow.
That's
You're
better for
so
him.
techie.
That's it.
You're such a technology guru.
That's
I'm
the
not techie at all.
that is the Yeisi Facebook page. That's a QR code. You can go ahead and take a picture of that. You know, it'll take you to his Facebook page. So that way you can go ahead and get some information for him, and take you straight to him. Right? Right. By the way, Ira says, "You're right. Yes, right, Hector. Hijo, did I? No, don't be mad, girlfriend. Be happy. Tuning in from SPI, sending
Yeah.
a shout out from everyone. Oh,
Saludos
Irma,
hasta
thank you so
la
very much.
isla.
Very nice joining us. Thank you very much. SPI Radio, I think, right? I'm just kidding,
Oh,
guys.
no,
No
South,
disrespect.
South Padre Island.
South Padre
Oh,
Island.
South Padre
Yeah.
Island. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
South Padre Island. I'm happily married 33 years.
Woo!
Yeah.
Wow. Shout out.
They're
Nice,
just
nice.
teasing you.
Nice.
They're just teasing you.
Hijo.
I'm not teasing. I'm good. You can. I'm
Yes,
totally single.
yeah,
You
it's
can
like, no, no, no,
serenade
put
me
me down, girlfriend.
anytime. Mhm.
Mondo Loco joining us as well. What was the reason for the collaboration for your album?
Good question.
Just
Well, the
because.
reason I like duets. Like I said earlier, that's something that is interesting to me because I write all the songs anyway, right? So I'm gonna sing them no matter what. But if I can include someone else, I can add something different. That's always a plus for me. And not only do I have the Ray Herrera duet, but I have a duet with Chente Barrera, who's another tremendous artist, singer,
Yes.
instrumentalist. And then I have something that was a little bit out of my comfort zone. I have a mariachi song with
Oh.
probably the number one salsa singer in Peru, Miss Daniela Darcourt. And if you've never heard of her, she was nominated for an American Grammy for a duet with Tito Nieves. She was nominated for Premio Juventud. She's opening up concerts right now. She was on stage with Cristian Nodal just a few days ago. I don't know, we're somewhere in South America. So she's a huge artist. We met at the Latin Grammys, and I proposed a song, and this is a song that I wrote from the very beginning as a mariachi song. The second I wrote it, I knew that I wanted it to be a mariachi, and I had to do something different, something special with it. So I like collaborations, and fortunately, with this album, I was able to include the three people that I wanted to have for those collaborations, so they can make the songs even better.
Wow, very blessed. Wow.
Mm-hmm. That is great. Actually, I have that song. You want to play it?
The mariachi, sure.
Mm-hmm. This is just so that way we can see your versatility, because of the
Yes.
fact that you are a great singer. But that's not just one genre that you do. You have a huge a catalog of music. Your reggaeton and everything else. You have this big, huge catalog of music. You're not just tied into what. Just we've been talking about your romantic music, because you do sing romantic music beautifully. You know,
Yes.
but that doesn't mean TDK. Congratulations, Indio, for more people watching than usual. Must be JC. Loco, you are so hard. That is not cool, man.
Or it could be me. You just never know.
It could be Patricia too, dork. You are not cool, man. That is. Wait a minute. That is not cool.
Hey, but we'll all collab together. It would bring more awareness, more people out.
So I think it's a combination of everybody.
Yes.
First of all, we're gonna have to revisit the numbers, brother. So anyway, this is. I don't even know why I even address you, man. You shouldn't. This song is Dígame Adiós. It's a mariachi song, just to show you the versatility of JC, because he does have a wonderful voice, and yes, he's not just a pretty face, and also he's just an awesome person. Once you get to know him personally, and we've talked quite a few times. I've known you for quite a while. We've sat down, we've had good times, good conversation together, and I really do appreciate you as a person. Not just as an artist, just as a person. You know, you're a really cool guy, and I know we've been trying to get you on the show for a while. You were even supposed to come through town, and you drove through town, right?
I made it all the way to Abilene,
right?
And I was on like a 7-day radio tour, and then something happened with the time. I would have something. There was like a time disparity that didn't allow me to make it all the way to San Angelo.
Yeah, and I called your publicist, and I was like, "Hey, you know what happened?" And she was like, "Oh wait, he didn't." And so we're calling back and forth, and I was like, "It's okay, don't worry about it." You know, I mean, he's probably tired, because 7 days of being on the road, it was.
We did about 7 cities in like 7 days.
Yeah,
and we performed in Dallas. We had performed in Dallas the night before, so we got out of there pretty late.
Yeah, and I know it was tough, so that's why I was like, "Nah, it's all right. Don't. I don't want. Better to be safe than not." So, but I mean, we've been trying for a long time to get together and do the interview and stuff like that, which is cool. It's one. It's wonderful. TDK says, "I was just kidding. Don't put a hit on me." I'll have to take down the smoke signals. No, but yeah. Anyway, it's wonderful. You are a great person. I do know you personally, and you do have great music and everything else. But
and
anyway,
so are you. Thank you
so very much. This is JC featuring Daniela Darcourt. Dígame Adiós here on Cuba Radio. This is Indio, that's Patricia, and this is JC here on Cuba Radio. It goes like this.
Digamos adiós sin mirar atrás, Digamos adiós, ya todo acabó.
Digamos adiós sin lágrimas, porque este dolor no aguanto más.
Digamos adiós, porque ya no queda nada entre los dos, porque la magia de este cuento se acabó, porque todo lo entregamos y no bastó.
Digamos adiós, porque lo nuestro ya no tiene solución, porque la vida da mil vueltas y hoy giró y nos dejó fuera del juego del amor.
Digamos adiós, adiós, amor, adiós.
Adiós, amor.
Yeisi y la bellísima
Daniela Darcourt. Esa soy yo. Digamos adiós, porque ya no queda nada entre los dos, porque la magia de este cuento se acabó, porque todo lo entregamos y no bastó.
Digamos adiós, porque lo nuestro ya no tiene solución, porque la vida da mil vueltas y hoy giró y nos dejó fuera del juego del amor.
Digamos adiós, adiós,
amor, adiós.
amor, adiós.
Nice.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
I can hear you, JC, but what happened to your mic? I mean, your camera.
Something happened to my camera.
Oh no. We have to see your beautiful face.
Oh
Hello.
no. Let's see.
I think your camera got ojo.
Why don't you try this, brother? Why don't you try logging out and logging back in? Maybe that's the deal. You just go ahead and do that, and while we go ahead and entertain the crew while you do that.
Let me try that. Give me 1 second.
Y'all gave his camera ojo,
Hey, what
audience.
are y'all doing? Shame on y'all, man. And she says it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yes, it was a beautiful song, and you know what? That's very cool. That Hector, you says y'all are going to the Latin Grammys with that album. That's great. That aspiration is always good. It's always good to have goals and everything else. Real quick, I wanted to say hello to Louis A.G., another beautiful voice in the house. Thank you so very much for joining us, man. That was great for you to be here. It's a beautiful song, and I wanted to share that because of the fact that it shows a different side of his voice and a different just a different texture, and it's not easy for somebody to do a duet because of the fact that you have to kind of, you have to give it up just a little bit, and not everybody can sing in key, and stuff like that. So it is kind of one of those things. Oh, he's back.
Can you see me?
Yes, I
Yes,
can
we can
see
see
you. There, welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah. So don't do whatever you did before. Don't do that again. Just
My
kidding.
hands are up here.
I've seen Conjunto Cats perform more than the other band in the last couple of years. Awesome.
They
band.
are an awesome band. Conjunto Cats
Yeah.
are awesome.
Yeah, because Conjunto Cats are great, man. I think they're good. Yes, log out and come back, says Iris. And Iris wanted you to sing a song. She says, 1, 2, 3, now go.
Yes.
Ojo. I don't need you to sing. I know you can sing because I heard you. So, but that's completely up to you. I'm not going to ask you anything. TDK says the song is fire because it is. And
Thank you.
then Iris says very beautiful indeed. And then Hector is like breaking song. Oh, breaking song. Díganos adiós. Ah. Hmm. And then yay, he's back, of course.
No more
I know.
giving ojo to his camera,
Yeah,
guys. No more
yeah,
giving
no
ojo.
no more ojo.
So let me
I
tell you a little bit about that song, since you
uh-huh.
just played it. Like I said, that song from the very beginning, I actually wrote that song kind of quickly. It just kind of came to me. It was early in the morning on a Saturday morning, and I just kind of had the idea. I got most of it on my phone, and then when I got home, I worked it out on the piano, found the chords and the chord progressions and all that, and then I had envisioned it as a mariachi song, but obviously you wonder whether it's the right choice. Should you do it like that? Because it can always be a Tejano ranchera or Tejano cumbia or something like that. And it wasn't until I sent it again to Jair and I said, I have this idea. This is kind of what I want. I kind of want a mariachi with an accordion, but I need to kind of hear it because I can hear it in my head, but I need you to put it together and I need to hear it in real time. And he sent it to me, and it was exactly the way that I had imagined it. And I knew right then and there that that's the way that that song needed to be done. And luckily, it came out, like I said, exactly how I envisioned it, and people seemed to like it. And then I was able to include Daniela Darcourt, and it just completed it. Exactly what I wanted out of the song is what I got with the production, with the duet collaboration, and just everything about it was perfect.
Well, it's a great song, and it came out so beautifully. And I mean, you should commend yourself because of the fact that it's such the progression is so good and it's so consistent. As far as the mood of the song, it doesn't break. Sometimes songs can be a little jarring, and they try too much, but this is so well put together. It's a great song. It's got really well constructed. So you should be proud of yourself. It's a great song. It's a beautiful song.
I whenever I write my songs, 90. Oh, hi
Zavala.
Chris Zavala,
Yeah,
how you
Chris.
doing? Yeah, 90% of my songs almost come to me 90% complete. There's very little. I try to censor it and edit it as little as possible once the idea comes to me, because like you just said, sometimes if you work at it too much, they can come out too labored or too tedious, or kind of get lost. And like most composers or songwriters will tell you, a simple song is usually the
Yeah.
Yes.
best song, and it's the one that people will remember. It's the one that people will immediately connect to. And there's also very complex and beautiful songs, but most of the time, from a songwriting perspective, you want the song to be kind of simple. You don't want to spend 1,000 hours trying to find one word that fits in one spot. You want it to the idea to come to you kind of flowing, and with a coherence that you don't have to work too hard at it. And this song was definitely an example, because like I said, I wrote it basically while I was driving for a few minutes on a Saturday morning.
Nice.
And I didn't have too much to it. I just have to kind of rearrange the words and find the chords on the piano. But that's kind of the magic of songwriting.
That just
Simple, and it can be beautiful.
that just irritates me. Handsome and talented, dude. Man.
It 90%. What is it? How does the phrase go? 10%
Yeah.
inspiration or something like that. 90%
Right.
perspiration.
And I'll be honest with you.
They can see
For
you.
for
No.
me for me it's like for me it's like I for me I like the songs that are not busy. You know that
Exactly.
when they're less music, yeah, music
Convoluted.
has to breathe. Music has to breathe, and I think that's one of the things that we forget is that music needs to breathe, and that we have to give it that opportunity, and that's what we have to do.
All you need is the right amount of words that get your message
Hmm.
across. You don't need more than what you need to get that message across. And sometimes, if you sit and try too hard, you might end up with too many
Right.
verses or too many bridges or choruses that are too hard to remember. And you want something that, like you said, gives you time to breathe, gets your message across, and it just has a nice flow in the audience's mind.
That would be great. Iris says, "You got this, Grammy. Don't forget to mention me in
In
Spain."
Spain.
God got you. There you go. Julio Castro. He says, "Oh, she's replying to."
Saludos, Julio, hasta Monterrey. He's a gentleman that covers Tejano in Monterrey. Does a great
Thank you
job,
very
Julio.
much, Julio, for joining us. I really do appreciate you, bro. Muchas gracias. DJ Mando says, fact of Daniela Durcor won an artist of the year and very well known in the Latin America for salsa music. Just for your, yeah, it's
She's
huge,
huge.
huge, huge.
She's huge. I mean,
Mhm.
and when her and I talked about the duet, and since we met in Vegas, back then, and we talked about it again when we were talking about the duet, I said, well, salsa is not a genre that I'm incredibly
Mhm.
versed in. I like it, but it doesn't really hit as much over here, or I didn't know too much about it. And she didn't know much about Tejano or Regional Mexicano because she's in Peru. It's another part of the world. And we're over here. And I told her it wouldn't it be great if we could do something together and maybe share our
Mhm.
audiences. I can reach some people in Peru that I would have no way of reaching because they don't tune to our stations over here. And you can come over here in the Texas Tejano or Regional Mexicano area and get some exposure over here. And luckily, we were able to do it with sort of a neutral genre because mariachi is
Right.
worldwide genre. It's a gift from Mexico to the world musically, and mariachi is played in Europe, in South America, in the United States, in Canada, everywhere they know mariachi. So we were able to put together her salsa style and genre with my Tejano Regional Mexicano genre in a neutral mariachi, and I think that was also key for the collaboration to work because she wasn't bringing me to do salsa, and I wasn't bringing her to do tejano,
Yeah. And
and we met in the
it's
middle.
wonderful. It's really beautiful because of the fact that you'd be surprised because like my coverage, even though we have 80,000, on average, last year I had 100,000. Now only 1 month I had 98, but of those listeners, I have 132 countries.
Wow,
132 countries that listen to our station. And it's very important to understand you have to turn it on. It's not just something that's automatically on. You have to go and turn it on. So it's one of
exactly.
those things. So it's definitely something that's different. And so it's music is universal. Ira says God's gift. That's a message to you. So that's definitely thank you,
Thank you
Iris, for sharing that.
very much.
And then Ludre says, "Can you play the song JC and Chente Barrera? A great interview. Which one's that song, buddy?"
No, no pasa un minuto.
No pasa minuto. Let me see if I have that one.
It's in the new album.
Oh well, you know what happened with the new album.
It's on YouTube as well and Spotify. It's on YouTube.
No pasa el
What
minuto.
what happened to the new album? Share with us.
um, so I did buy the new album. For those of you that are wondering what happened to the new album, I did buy the new album. I have the new album. Yes, I do. However, my wife, I bought it for my wife because my wife is like a huge, not a little, huge, huge uh, JC fan. And so she's got the album. She's confiscated it, and I don't have access to the album. And I've been running around and everything else, and then I have music from JC because I have other albums of his, and that's what I was concentrating on, and I just didn't have the other.
Next time I see you, I will have something special for you to take to your wife.
Thank you so
Aw.
very much. You don't have to do that, dude. I mean, what was that name of that song again? I'm sorry.
No
Encima me
pasa
fe-
un minuto.
No pasa.
Un minuto.
Okay, I'm trying to see if I can pull it.
Next say featuring Chente Barrera there. Because I did a cumbia version and the ranchera with Chente.
Okay.
Next time you see me, are you gonna have something special for me
I
too?
will have something special. Yes.
See,
I was
oh,
getting a
everybody's
little jealous.
asking. See, I don't, you know what? I don't, you know me. I don't, that's not who I am. I don't ask for anything
Well,
because,
it's not for you though.
good point. Good point.
But
Mhm.
while you find the song, let me tell you, I've been working with Chente for since album number one. He does drums on my most of my songs. He does backup vocals because if you don't know this, he's an amazing instrumentalist, studio musician, singer, backup singer. I mean, he could do it all. He's one of those guys that, and he does it all like in a one take. He's that good.
Yeah.
And because I've worked with them for a while, and every time I go to see Gilbert, saludos a Gilbert Velasquez ahí in San Antonio, where I've done a lot of my music. Chenda's there, and we cross paths and we talk, and sometimes he's recording some stuff for my album. And I really wanted to feature him because he's so good, and he does the work of very important work like the drums and stuff that is crucial. But I wanted to feature him and really give him a spotlight because he's a great artist and as a way to sort of bring it together for all the work he's done for me in the previous albums. And part of the quality of the recordings and the arrangements and how good everything sounds is because of people like him that bring his talents. And even though you don't see him or you might not know that he did certain parts of the song or the album, it makes a big difference when you have someone like him working on your music.
Just as an aside to that story, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but Chente Barrera has actually been featured on more than 400 albums.
Wow.
He has done drums, backup vocals, and several other different instruments. He has been such a fixture in Tejano music. There's only one person who has been even close to being to him in other albums, and that's Joey with as a drummer. But Chente Barrera, he is a consummate musician. He's a great singer. You know, his father was a great musician, great singer as well, and you know, and he's just somebody. You know, him and Tocanazo, his band. You know, he's great. He has a great show, and you know, he's just something that's just really somebody that I really admire because of the fact that he's always been working, and he's just a guy who's got so much talent. Just it's incredible, and he's just dedicated. The guy is just really an awesome person, and you know it's great that that he's been part of your you know your effort for such a long time because he's a really great guy to have in your corner. You know,
Yeah, he is, and that's part of the secret of I think why people have had good reactions to my music. I surround myself with people that are incredibly talented. I mean, Gilbert Velasquez, Chente Barrera, Brando Mireles on the keyboards, and then on the Monterrey side, I have Jair and amazing mixing engineers like Abelardo Rivera, who's I think he's now like 12 or 13 Grammys and mixes for Becky G and Chiquis Rivera and amazing people that collaborate on the album to help make make that sound really good. And when people hear it, I mean, the people that know they can hear the quality.
yeah,
They're amazing musicians and arrangers, mixing engineers, mastering engineers, working on these albums, and that's always been one of my goals to bring quality music.
yeah,
The
and it
music
shows.
has to be quality. I yeah,
Well, I was going to say it shows in the music. The music quality comes out, and like I
Yes.
said, it's very clean, very well mastered. Obviously,
Yes.
Gilbert Velasquez, that's what he's known for. He's won Grammys for it, you know. And it's still Iris says, "I'm still waiting for my autograph CD."
I will have it for you. Reach out to me on social media, and we'll make it happen.
Says,
I
there you
promise.
go. Can I get a shout out to Gran Geno?
Gran-
Genio?
Shout out to Granjeno. Saludos. Shout out to
Granjeno.
Granjeno.
I don't know what that means, but saludos, Granjeno. There you go. Kudos for recognizing and not to wait
Waiting
till
till
they're
they're
gone to you know. Well, that's you know, like I said, that's one of your hallmarks for me. that you have great music, you have great musicians that are backing you up, and we've had that conversation about how awesome
Yes.
everything is with you, and how it goes well. That you do so much, and you really put a lot of effort into your music, and you go and you know uh, uh, you really do make the extra effort, and that's what makes I think that's what separates the professionals from the novices. Um,
Mm,
you
yeah.
know, uh,
Could be. I, mean, for just to as an example, I'm the kind of guy that still likes to have the CDs manufactured. I'm kind of old school. We still invest in the photography and have a full album with not just one or three or four songs, and every song is given the treatment and the same quality all across. There's not one song that we go to a different producer and say, well, this one's gonna be done, you know, differently. We strive to have them all at a certain level because quality music, I think the people that purchase the music, that stream it, download it, and that share it, deserve quality music. Something that was
True.
done at the highest quality and the best people that can be in it. That way, you know, whatever they're investing, if they're buying it, their time, if they're fans and they go to your shows, it's how you repay them for them supporting you.
I like
yeah,
that.
and to be honest, the fact that you go through the extra, to do all of that, and the CDs are tangibility. I mean, I
Exactly.
Mm,
I buy the CDs. I do have the see, I know I have some right here. I do have the USBs. I do have them. I do pick them up, but
Yeah,
I prefer the CDs. They're
there's just
tangible.
something about a CD. There's just something about a CD.
Hmm.
There is.
I think everybody does, even though it's almost like nobody says it because everybody has it on their phone and they just
Right.
stream it through there. I think everybody who's a real fan of an artist or a certain type of music, they want that CD
CD.
because you
Hmm.
can have it, you can see it, you can touch it, you can frame it. If you're
Hmm.
lucky, you can get it autographed and have it
Yes.
something that as you show off or a conversation piece or pass on to somebody. So I think that's something that it looks like it was going away, but I don't think it's going away. People still
I don't
want
think
that.
so.
I
Yeah.
I will tell you this. This is one of the things that I've advised several artists when they were asking me that question. Should I do MP3, USBs, or should I do CDs? And I always say the reason I would do a CD is because on a CD, on the cover, you can go ahead and give out your thank yous and shout outs, but also share information that you can't share on a USB,
Exactly.
Right.
because
Right.
then you have them.
I
Yeah,
hear
you have something that you can give them, and then that's a real thing. And that's exclusive, and you can't put that, you can't digitalize that for reals. It's all so modern now. And I remember I used to do the old Border Fest. Wow, was always into marketing, but we have to keep up with technology nowadays. But wow, yes, we do have to keep up with marketing. But you know what? I am a good friends with the people that own and still operate Janie's Record Shop. And
Mm,
there's a
yes.
ton of people that go in there that are youth. They're still buying vinyl. They've been open, they stay open, and they're still making a lot of money because of the fact that it's not going away.
Yes.
Don't believe the lie. And it's okay to buy a CD. It's okay to buy
Mhm.
vinyl. There's nothing wrong with it. You don't have to.
I I I love when I'm working with a designer that we go in there and we credit
Yes.
every single person. And even if we do a song at a studio here, or because one time we had to re-record a song because something happened and we had to go to a different studio, and everybody gets credit because everybody deserves to be on a project that they collaborated in. Whether you were the mixing, mastering your studio, or you were the voice director for that song, or. And I like to see that when I buy an album, I like to see who wrote the song, where it was produced. Did they have a special trumpet player for this song? They bring in a solo guitar guy featured. So I like that. So I like to provide that to the people that follow my music because
Well,
that's what I
especially
like.
if you're somebody like me who I can play an instrument, that doesn't mean that I'm a musician. But if I say, man, who's playing the drums? You can look it up.
Hmm.
Exactly.
And Iris just puts
Exactly.
under, she goes, bueno, I think I've already I already annoyed y'all. Blessings and good God bless. Love y'all long. Love you long time. And bendiciones.
Nice.
No, not at all.
You've not annoyed us, Iris. That's what this is for. This is interaction, so that way you can get your questions in and we can answer them for you. Don't worry
Yes.
about that. But here, let's go
Not
ahead and play the song that you were asking about. This is that song that we were talking about earlier today. This is the one from with JC and Chente Barrera. No pase un minuto. Did I say that right?
no pasa un minuto.
No pase un minuto here on Cubo Radio. That's JC. That's Barbie Chick, and this is Indio here on Cubo Radio.
Amor, extraño tanto, tanto tu calor. Me siento tan perdido con tu adiós. No puedo remediar este dolor.
Amor, mi vida es tan vacía si no estás. Soy un barco perdido en alta mar. No me acostumbro a esta soledad.
No pasa un minuto que no piense en ti. Mis días son tan tristes si no estás aquí. Me siento tan perdido sin tu amor.
No encuentro la salida a este dolor.
Te fuiste y tu ausencia me dejó soledad. Quisiera preguntarte si quieres regresar.
Me siento tan perdido si no tengo tu amor.
Pues ya te has convertido en mi gran obsesión. Extraño tanto, tanto el ayer, esos bellos momentos que pasé. Estando junto a ti no olvidaré.
Amor, tu despedida casi me mató. Sobrevivo con lo poco que quedó. Te has convertido en mi adicción.
No pasa un minuto que no piense en ti. Mis días son tan tristes si no estás aquí. Me siento tan perdido sin tu amor.
No encuentro la salida a este dolor.
Y tu ausencia me dejó soledad. Quisiera preguntarte si quieres regresar.
Me siento tan perdido si no tengo tu amor.
Pues ya te has convertido en mi gran obsesión.
No pasa un minuto.
Amor.
Yeah, that's awesome song. Awesome song, brother. Happy birthday to Iris Wolfie.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
birthday.
And yes, and TDK says it correctly. He says if that were the case, I would have been banned a long time ago because he's like Lawrence loves Indio loves audience participation. Yes, that's true. I want people to sit there and send in your comments and everything else. We address everything because we have nothing to share. Absolutely nothing. I mean, nothing to share, nothing to hide, rather, nothing to hide. And yes, that was a great song, man. You know, once again, showing a different side of you, the versatility that you have in your voice, and
Yes.
it's just it's beautiful, bro. It's beautiful. I am a fan. I've said it from the beginning.
Thank
I'll
you.
say it again. I am a fan of yours. That's why I always reach out to you, man. It's
The
wonderful.
person in charge of that song was Gilbert Velasquez,
Hmm.
and we did two versions of that song. We did a cumbia and a ranchera because when you have new songs, you test out different styles.
Yes.
Hmm.
And Gilbert did two versions of this song. He said, "Look, I did it like this, but I also did it like this, and I think you have to pick because they both sound good." And I
Hmm.
liked them so much that I said, I like them both. I'm gonna include them both, and I'm gonna differentiate one by incorporating Chente Barrera on the ranchera, which is Tejano and Chente. It's like they go together,
Yeah,
and Gilbert put it together in the studio, and I mean that's one of my favorite songs on the album because it's that's like traditional Tejano. If you like
yeah.
Tejano, that's 100% Tejano, and Gilbert did an amazing job, and Chente did an amazing job, and I'm very satisfied with the way that song came out.
Well, came out great, man. You know, and like I said, you know, I'm a fan, and those are wonderful, wonderful, wonderful songs, and I really do appreciate that you were able to share that music with us. We've come to that part of the show where we go ahead and give you the opportunity to go ahead and uh, share where we can find your information, give out your shout outs and your thanks real quick. Let me go ahead and bring out the JC Facebook page. And so, JC, go ahead, and this is all yours. We're going to bow out. It's just going to be you, brother. Go ahead and give them your information, give out your shout outs, your thank yous, and everything else. It's just you, brother. Okay.
Alrighty. Well, first of all, I want to thank you, Mr. India, for inviting me to your show. Again, for sharing your wonderful audience in this space. And Barbie, Barbie Chica, for also being here. And, well, I invite everyone to follow me on all the social media, the usual ones: Facebook, Instagram, uh, TikTok now, my YouTube channel. Everything is under Yeisi Oficial. Yeisi Oficial. You can find me there. I share all the information. I try to share stuff on a daily basis regarding the music that I'm doing. And we just released the new single with Ram Herrera, No Puedo Olvidarte, so you can check that out. You can request it on all your preferred Tejano and Regional Mexicano radio stations, JC and Ram Herrera, No Puedo Olvidarte. And the video is gonna come out in maybe a week and a half to 2 weeks. So that was a great experience, and I hope you guys like it because Ram came down and we did an amazing job, and we had a lot of fun. And I invite you to check out my music. All of my Tejano albums are all on Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora, and anywhere else that you can find music. On YouTube, I have videos from previous albums and previous singles. And just thank you to everybody for all the support. Thank you to the people that follow my music, that download it, that stream it. And like I said, I do it from the heart. I write all my songs. I participate actively in all the production, and I try to give you guys the highest quality music that I can. And I will continue to do that. And thank you for everything. Hope to see you in a city nearby whenever I go perform.
All right. Let's see.
Yay.
Oh, okay. There we are. All right. Well, thank you so very much, Jay Z, man. I really do appreciate you. Thank you for joining us today. Real quickly, a shout out to a good friend of mine, Orlando DJ69 says, Puro Tejano. Hector Ortiz says, JC. It was a good song. It was a good song. A
Yes.
very good song. Thank you so very much. Hector says, JC Musica and also Ram Herrera. And look, guys, you know, like I said before, and I keep saying it, and I'm going to keep saying it. Look, in order for you to go ahead and keep the onda going, in order for you to support your favorite artists, you got to go to the shows. You got
Mm-hmm.
to go to the shows. You got to go to the shows, buy their merch, and support them. That's how you do it. Yes, streaming the music is good. Don't get me wrong. Streaming the music is good. But the better thing to do is go ahead and buy their music. And you know what I'm saying? You don't have to go sit there. Mira, hold on.
Look at.
It's a buffering. It's a oh no. If you buy it, it's already on your phone, dude, and all you got to do is
Yes.
and play. See what I'm saying? And it's 99 cents. So that's
Uh,
it's not that big a deal. Go ahead and buy it. It's on your phone. You get to support it. You get to play it anytime that you want. You don't have to sit there and scroll through 1,000 songs. It's already there. You get to share it. It's yours. It belongs to you. You go ahead and share it.
you know,
And so
us, the artists, in my case, I'm in charge of the music, right? But we appreciate it a lot when the people, and like you said, it's so simple. Go to the social media page and click a like and a follow, or go to the YouTube channel and watch the video and share it. If you share it with somebody, that person might share it with two more, and you can grow it exponentially and give it that support so people can see that Tejano music is still alive and active and attracting not
Absolutely.
only the older audience, but the newer
Yeah.
audience. And it's a very simple thing. It's a click, it's a follow, it's a like, and if there's a song that you like you said, the song is 99 cents and the album is what, like 9.99. It's very simple. It's everything's very accessible. It's just a click away. So that's really what makes that's what makes the difference for the
Yeah,
artists.
and plus also,
And
you know,
go to the
yeah,
shows.
and to click a like and to share it doesn't cost you anything. Doesn't
Exactly.
cost you anything at all.
And I respond all my messages. So if you reach out to me on social media, I will get back to you. I've sent like that gentleman. I send them a congratulations on their engagement. I've done happy birthday stuff. I'm very accessible. You don't have to go through three or four people to get to me. I'll reach out to me and I'll get back to you. And go to the shows. I was just in Monterrey. We did a show in Monterrey, and you wouldn't believe the kind of following that Tejano has in
Hmm.
Monterrey. It was incredible. I was at a place that we sold out, and then I went over to where Ram was playing with Elida, and they had, I don't know, 3,000 people. It was amazing. And in Monterrey, they really love Tejano, and that's we gotta get those kind of numbers here on some of the shows here in
Yeah.
Texas to keep, like you said, keep the onda going, keep the genre
Yes.
going, and support the established artists and the newer artists too. And in my case, I mean, I'll try to continue to do these collaborations with amazing artists, and try to bridge that between both
Yeah.
generations.
Nicole Cavasso says, "Hola DJ Indio, JC Music, and Barbie Chica from Nikki Nicole, and from Fuego Caliente
Caliente.
Wednesday and Turn It Up Latinos." Hey, how are you doing, Nikki?
Saludos.
Saludos, girlfriend. Thank you so very much for joining. Nice song with Ram. Yes, it is
Yes.
a really nice song. By the way, it is here on Cuba Radio. It's on the Hot Tejano list, so you get to listen to it. So go ahead and tune in, and it will play as long as well as all the other songs from Cuba, from JC that are on there already. So just come on in and support Tejano music,
Yes.
support JC. I guarantee you, you're gonna love all of his music. Just go back; his catalog is all of it. I wish we could have played some more music and listened to some more stuff, but I wanted you to get to know JC. I feel that if you know him, you're gonna enjoy his music
You're
more
gonna look
because you
him
know
up,
where he's. Yeah,
follow
look him
him.
up and
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. So thank you so very much, JC. Where are we going to see you next?
Well, next we have, well, the video release. We're probably gonna have a video release party, hopefully here in the Valley, and we are planning, hopefully if everything lines up, to go to Spain for the Latin
So
Grammys. That's November, so that's seems like it's a long ways from now, but it's not. And to plan a trip to Europe like that, and it's very fast paced event. So hopefully we'll be over there in November. And that show that's coming up in Cobras here, that with Ram, I might be
there
showing
you
up
go.
there.
There you go. Uh, and Patricia, do you have anything, girlfriend? Do you have anything coming up?
Um, Not that I could think of off the top of my head. I know tomorrow, like I said, there was something going on here in Houston at with the Arturo with the Conjunto Cats that was just on earlier. I don't have anything other than the TMA Awards in October
So
down there in San Antonio. In
Oh
San
yeah,
Antonio, are you going to be there?
I will be there. Yes, I think I'm just.
Yay!
Yeah,
I will be
I will
there
be
as well.
there. I'll see you,
So
Lawrence. Anyways.
yeah, you see me all the time, and also tomorrow I am going to be at the CD. I mean, at the music video release that I help produce and create with Rita Cappuccino. So tomorrow I will be live for a little special live event for those of y'all that join us. And if you're in San Angelo, in the San Angelo area, West Texas, it will be at Nacho's Restaurant. starting at 6 o'clock. So thank you so very much, JC, for joining us, man. I really do appreciate you, brother. We love you. Thank you so very much for joining us. And for all the people that joined us today, for chiming in, and every one of y'all that were able to chat with us from Facebook, from YouTube, from Twitch, from Twitter, from Mixcloud, from Cuvo Radio, and all the other locations that we were streaming. Ana Castillo ends up with the last comment, says, great song, great vocalist, and of you and
Thank you.
Ram. Thank you so much. We're going to leave you with the song from JC and Ram. Hey, JC, could you hang on just a little bit so we can take care of some business real quick? And so this is JC and Ram called No Puedo Olvidarte here on Cuvo Radio. I'm NDO. That's Patricia, the Barbie chick, that Barbie chick, and that is JC here on Cuvo Radio. We shall see y'all next Thursday here on Talk to Me Podcast. Hasta luego, guys.
Vengo a buscarte porque no te puedo olvidar. Vengo a buscarte porque no te puedo olvidar.
Vengo a suplicarte que regreses una vez más.
Sabes que yo te quiero, que sin ti ya nada es igual. Aunque pasen los años, este amor me hace daño porque no puedo olvidarte.
Necesito tus besos, tus caricias, tu cuerpo. No dejo de soñarte y no puedo olvidarte.
Y yo no puedo olvidarte.
Vengo a pedirte que regreses, mi amor,
porque me haces falta, necesito tu calor.
aunque tú te fuiste, tu recuerdo se quedó.
Aunque pasen los años, este amor me hace daño porque no puedo olvidarte.
Necesito tus besos, tus caricias, tu cuerpo. No dejo de soñarte.
Aunque pasen los años, este amor me hace daño porque no puedo olvidarte.
Necesito tus besos, tus caricias, tu cuerpo. No dejo de soñarte y no puedo olvidarte.